this is Ryan from Honest ASMR. So today I have Wendy's. I actually have the Krabby Patty Meal with their pineapple shake or what have you, or frosty, I mean. So yeah, normally I have the food all laid out, but what I figured I'd do this time is just unbox it. You know, do a good old fashioned mukbang. Alright. Let's see what this looks like. I asked for a double, and I said it twice. Oh, it's a double. It looks alright. Let's put this guy down. I haven't done a Wendy's video in so long. I haven't done a lot of fast food related videos in a while. I just did some Domino's, and I know I just did Chick-fil-A, but let's do that thumbnail real quick. Gotta have that logo. Okay. So, today's going to be a big Ramble video. Did they not give me a fucking straw? I hate these people. They give me a spoon but not a straw. I still have some leftover ketchup, so let me go ahead and tear. Okay. Barsky. Okay. I don't know why this shit is so hard. This is bullshit. Alright. Fuck that. I'm done. Anyway. I guess I'm gonna try fucking straw. So excuse me. So huge ramble. I'm gonna give you guys kind of like an overall update video because first and foremost, for those of you who may know or you may not know, but I have gotten a lot of new subscribers. I think last month I got like 300 subscribers. Over the last couple of months I've gotten like 300 or so. So you may not be aware, I haven't talked about it in a long time. I have a health condition that I'm currently trying to get sorted out. I won't bother you guys with the details of it for those of you who know. But if you're unaware of what the skin condition is called, if you look up in Google HS skin condition, that's what I have. And it's gotten so severe that I have to get it like physically removed, surgically. And so my next surgery to get the next section or area done is November the 11th, which is like, this video is going to go up on Sunday, so not the Monday after this video, but the Monday after that. And I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully I don't have to spend the weekend in the hospital, since it's going to be at the beginning of the week. I would hate to spend another week in the hospital, because last time I spent a week in the hospital, like last time that I was there for a particular surgery, I don't like staying there for that long. Because at some point it becomes like the worst hotel stay you've ever had. So that's going to be happening. For those of you who've been curious, and I see some of you guys' comments, every now and again, you'll be like, "Oh, hey, I hope you're doing well." And I always try to reply to those comments, but I do see them. So that's going to be happening soon. Aside from that, I have been, now, for all my anime fans and for JW as well, I will be doing a One Piece video. I intend on making my next video after this a One Piece video. But I have watched, I think, up to like episode 6 or I think episode 10 of One Piece. I've tried doing that twice. But I'm going to try and do it for one of my viewers who really wants me to do it. And a few of you have asked as well. So I'm going to be doing some One Piece videos sporadically throughout the month. I want to get some videos pre-recorded because of my surgery. I don't know how active I'm going to be able to be on my channel. So if after next week I vanish, I'm not dead. Well, I might be. I don't know. Probably not. But after next week, if I'm not posting as much or if I'm even later on videos than normal, it's because I'm not feeling that well. I'll probably make a community post about it if I know I'm not going to get a video up that week. But I'm going to try and get some pre-recorded videos before I get surgery, so that I don't have to worry about it. And you guys still get your content. Because I want my channel to still be active, even if I'm going through some things. And if anything, it gives me more to talk about. Which, I'm trying to figure out what movie I want to review next. I was given a lot of suggestions to do Terrifier and things like that. Don't know if I want to do it as a whole series or if I want to go with the X series first. I saw X, and then I have to watch Pearl, and then I have to watch Maxine. So it's the Krabby Patty Meal. The only thing that's different, it tastes like a Dave Double. Maybe they made the mayonnaise sweeter, but it's a Dave's hamburger with cheese and whatever else on it that you like. Onions, pickles, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, ketchup. And the pineapple frosty is really like, that's probably the star. They just call it the Krabby Patty Meal because SpongeBob. But I don't even know what made them do a collab, to be honest with you. But I was going to say earlier, I think, I've been watching a whole lot of Hell's Kitchen for some reason. And I say for some reason because I typically don't get obsessed with reality TV. The only time I watch reality TV intentionally is when I'm in the hospital, because that's the only TV that they have that's really worth watching. Unless you want to watch crap like the news or whatever. So, unless you want to do something like that, then all you have really is like Below Deck, and which is something that if they have that on the TV, I'm gonna watch it. Vanderpump Rules, that's a good hospital show. I was telling every single nurse about like the different situations every time they'd come in and like check my blood. They'd like every time they'd come in and like take my blood for whatever tests they were running that day, I'd always be like, tell them the episode that I was watching was so starved for like conversation that as they're trying to like stick the needle in my vein, I'm just rambling on and on about whatever episode I saw. This person really didn't like it because of this situation. And I remember telling them like, yo, I would tell them the tips that they'd get on these charter boats, because on these charter yachts on Below Deck, basically what it is you have like a super yacht. You have rich people rent out the entire super yacht for the week. And I looked it up. It costs like $100,000 to rent one of these charter yachts out for a week. But I mean, it's kind of like a mini cruise. They'll take you down to an island. You guys will go and, you get off the boat, go to the island, or it's a whole experience. They have a private chef on the boat who cooks each individual course. They get like 5 courses. They get like a breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert type thing. I think genuinely he has the hardest job on the boat, because everyone else, all the crewmen, I'm not going to say the other word, all of the crewmen get stationed on different parts of the boat. Port, starboard, that whole thing. And they get assigned to different sections of the boat. So like their individual job is not that hard. They have enough time to like fuck around with the female crewmates and like, have flirty situations and even like, snuggle up in their bunks when they're really not supposed to be in their bunks. Like they have enough time to get into all of this drama. When in actuality, their job, basically, maybe this is the show's fault. It doesn't make their job look that hard. It seems like the hardest part is the maintenance when they're docked. Not the hardest part, but their job consists of like maintaining the boat when it's docked. And then when they have whenever they take off, whenever they undock, I don't forget what the term is. Whenever they leave the harbor, wherever they're stationed at, they have to help with that process, and also when they're docking in a new area. But besides that, they don't do much. I'm sure they have other responsibilities when they're not needed at their stations, and I'm sure there's things that they check on even when they're in motion. If there's one thing, that's for sure, the person with the easiest job on that boat is the captain. So basically how the pay system works, so they have the person, they pay for the yacht, or they pay the whatever amount it is, like 100,000, you know what I mean? And if the crew does really well, they'll get a really big tip, right? the entire team on the ship, I think it's about 6 people, including the captain. It could be more, it could be less, I forget. But they split. Sometimes they'll get upwards of $20,000 as tips. And they split that between 5 people, so everyone's getting basically like $2,000 a pop. Or, well, I guess in that specific situation, if it was 5 people, like everyone would get $4,000 a pop. But you see my point. I looked up what like the average pay, because that show made me really curious. What is the average pay rate? If any of you have more information, or if I'm wrong about something, let me know in the comments. This is just my understanding. But my understanding is that they would get anywhere between like, I think about $1,600 to like $2,000. It's like or like $1,100 to $2,000 per week for pay. Now, I don't know about you. That's pretty good pay for just doing what they do. Because this sounds sexist, but it's the show, okay? And it's a reality TV show, so it probably is sexist. It seems like all the women's jobs were very like hospitality based. You know, making sure that the guests were happy, getting the guests drinks, you know, being like a hostess, a party, like that type of thing. All of the women's duties were like that. And then the men's duties were like making sure that everything was functioning well, like mechanically and engineering wise. And then you had a chef and a captain. And their jobs are very obvious of what their jobs are, right? So all the drama isn't becoming, there is drama between like the chefs. I remember one episode where the cook was like misunderstanding what the waitress was saying the guests wanted. Like there was some sort of feedback on one of his courses where they were expecting something basically like a little bit more extravagant. It's rich people and hoity-toity people being rich and hoity-toity. Not that big of a surprise, right? And so, because of that, he got a little perturbed, a little irritated at the girl. Because he's like, I don't know what that means. Like, this is like what I'm gonna do. This is what I have. He ended up making a course. And it was really good. They enjoyed it. He was creative enough, but that was like drama on the show. The other drama on the show, for Below Deck at least, I know I'm supposed to be talking about Hell's Kitchen, but I got caught up with Below Deck because it is actually garbage. These reality TV shows are actual garbage. I understand if you guys like, these shows are trash, why are you watching them? I haven't watched Below Deck since I was in the hospital last. Because I know I have a few more hospital stays in me. And I may have a few surprise ones depending on how good everything goes. Nothing bad, but you know, shit happens. And so I'm anticipating that I'm going to watch that show more if I'm in the hospital, which means I'm not going to watch all the episodes. I want to be surprised with some of the episodes. I'm not going to binge it and then I have nothing that I want to watch in the hospital. So I can forever associate that show with my hospital stay is what I'm going to do. But anyways, so so basically like there isn't a lot of drama between the particular like the chef. Now the captain will hear about it and you're thinking, oh, the captain's going to do something. He's going to get like, he's going to, put his foot down and he's going to talk some sense into these youngsters and get them back on track. He just does the old grandpa dad thing. where you like tell your kids to straighten up, but you don't really discipline them. That's all the captain does. You know the classic meme of like, your brothers are roughhousing and then the dad's in the other room, oh y'all knock it off, and then shit's breaking, flying off the walls. Y'all calm down in there. That's that type of thing. That's pretty much the level of what the captain does. But the thing about Below Deck, from my recollection, I don't remember anyone specifically. I do remember thinking that the girls were very pretty. Which, let's be honest, for a lot of shows, reality TV shows, that's going to be the sticking point. Either you're watching beautiful people, or you're watching funny people, or you're watching beautiful people do stupid shit, which is funny. And if you're watching not so attractive people do funny things, or do things that are just dramatic, like, I don't know, it's and I could bring up a bunch of examples, but I feel like that's being mean and like nasty if I bring up examples of what I'm talking about. I'm not going to do that. But if you've watched enough reality TV shows, you know the ones that I'm talking about, the specific ones that everyone likes. I've not seen Love is Blind, but me talking about Hell's Kitchen has made people go, oh, you should watch Love is Blind. So yeah, if you're unaware, and you've been waiting for me to talk about it for like 10 minutes, Hell's Kitchen is a show that, you know, Gordon Ramsay, you know, he's the chef, the British chef. Very famous for yelling at people. Kitchen Nightmares, people talk about it. I think everyone has seen Kitchen Nightmares, but not everyone has seen Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen is essentially, it's a competition game show where you have about, I think it's 10 chefs on each team. Red and blue team. 10 women, 10 men, typically. Well, I think it's always been like that. You'll have them go up against each other in challenges and serving guests. Because what's unique, apparently, so Gordon Ramsay, when he was like in France or something, there's a way that they run. There's a way that they do. It's a brigade style kitchen where you have one person working each individual station, or you have like multiple people on multiple stations. And that's so that you can coordinate and get out really complex, good dishes, really efficiently. So one person works on garnish. One person handles meat. One person handles fish. And one person handles appetizers, typically. Or hot apps. And if I remember correctly, I think the cold appetizer station is handled by the same person who does garnish, but I could be incorrect. No, because that wouldn't make sense, because at least on the Blue Kitchen, I think garnish is handled by the whole different other station. Anyways, I could be wrong. It doesn't matter. The point is, yeah, he has these chefs compete in these really complex shit, really complicated challenges. And he wants them to run, he wants to see how they operate in a team, to see if they're good chefs. That's how he weeds people out. And usually the prize is like becoming a head chef at one of his restaurants. Sorry if that was gross. It's really melted. And you typically the prize is becoming like a head chef at one of his restaurants or at a restaurant in like Las Vegas or whatnot, with a $250,000 salary. I don't know if that's what it started out being, but that's what it's been since I've watched the show, which I remember watching season 1. I may have seen season 2, but I really remember, I don't remember a lot. I did watch season 10, but I remember watching season 10, so I started at season 11, and I'm now at season 18, nearing the end of season 18. And about to be on season 19. My plan is I'm going to get caught up. I'm going to work my way back. And then I'm going to watch seasons. Since I've seen season 1, I know who wins. Probably season 2. 2 through 9. Do a very backward way of doing it, but it should be interesting. So, this pineapple Frosty is really good, but it's the vanilla Frosty with pineapple flavoring. That's all it is. You can literally see the syrup on it. They don't mix it I guess they mix it, but when they gave it to me, oh, you can see it. That's just pineapple syrup at the bottom. It tastes like vanilla ice cream right now. But if I mix it, it'll probably taste more pineapple-y. But I'm fairly certain they're probably supposed to mix it. Because why wouldn't something like that? That just seems like something that you're supposed to do, right? That tastes like pineapple. But so yeah, Hell's Kitchen is like that. And that's what Hell's Kitchen is, and it's really interesting. It's not that interesting. It's like filler. It's not like really interesting in the way where like, oh, this show is really complex. It has multiple different layers. There's all these, normally when people say it's interesting, it's like, oh, it has all these themes that are like, I'm basically going to drink this, but most people, when they say like, oh, this show is really interesting, there's like layers, it's complex, there's a lot of different themes that they're playing at, like, in Peaky Blinders, that's like an interesting show, typically, is what I would say. But Hell's Kitchen is interesting in the way where it's like, you watch it, and you're kind of like interested in what's going on, you enjoy the competition. You like seeing when they do well, you hate seeing when they do bad. You like rooting for people. So, there's this, you get attached to certain people. It's kind of like, I would always think people are dumb when they're watching reality TV and they start talking about the characters like they're their friends, because it's like, when I say characters, the people on the TV show, right? They're like, oh, this person, like they're talking to them as if they're relating to them on the same level that you would relate to someone in real life. And I always thought that was silly. But I realized Hell's Kitchen gives me like a little bit of that. I like cooking. A lot of food I've made on this channel is stuff that I've made, but it's nothing that's that special. It's very bland. It's not like, I'm not going out of my way to make anything that tastes super amazing. I like cooking something simple, eating that, and doing it for you guys while I'm talking about something random is fun to me. And you guys seem to get relaxation from it, so that's why I've kept doing it. But, I used to be really into cooking. I used to, every week or every couple of months, I'd have an idea for a recipe or like something that I'd want to try. And I would incorporate that into like my lexicon of things that I would like to make. And sometimes I'd make them for my family. And they said they really enjoyed it. So I used to be really obsessed with it, like in a way that I was always making something. Well, I wasn't always making something new, but I was always like looking in and researching. And like when I say researching, I was like always looking at recipes I'd want to try. Oh, this looks cool. This looks fun. Let me do it this way or that way. Or I would have ideas of like, oh, let me cook something, but try it this way. Random stuff in my brain. And my mom back then, she would always say like, and now still, she would always go like, this stuff is really good. I think she told me I should make a cookbook once. She would always tell me, my mom's just like that, just really supportive. She's always going to tell you, like, this is what, whatever you do, she'll try and say, hey, you can even one-up it and look better and whatever. That's one of the great things. And my mom and my dad do. Is that very supportive of if you're in any kind of endeavor. But it also makes it feel way super serious when you're a kid. Because when I was a kid, and I liked to cook, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it because I spilled a little bit of Frosty here because it was melted as all get out. I don't know, cuss too bad. I don't want to throw off YouTube's thing. I always set my my ad settings, because when you have to do your YouTube ad settings, you always have to set it as like, okay, is this explicit content? Is it inappropriate language? That kind of thing. And if you cuss too much, you can flag the system and they make you self-rated your own video before they assess it for you. I don't want to trigger that off, which is why I cuss like a sailor in my personal life. But that's why I don't cuss like a sailor. In my videos, it's not to be family friendly, it's just because I don't want to get my videos quasi-monetized. Or, restricted monetized or whatever. But anyways, because that can hamper your videos getting out to people too. Anyways, so yeah, when I was a kid, I really loved cooking. And I mean, even up until about teenagers and even early teens and early 20s, late teens and early 20s, I would still be cooking and stuff, making recipes. But I just, ever since I've kind of gotten into this funk, and also, it started a little bit before that, I just fell out of love with it because I was trying to min-max. I don't know if you know what that means, but I was trying to maximize the amount of, protein I was getting, and you can't really make a lot of intricate dishes with mass amounts of protein when I was on my, fitness grind and everything. So I was basically just making it super simple. Excuse me. I was basically making it super simple for myself. I was trying to make it really easy to get high levels of protein, and you can't cook intricately and also work a job and then also hit certain health markers. It was too overwhelming, so I just cut out making really, not flavorful. I made it semi-flavorful, but going above and beyond to make something really, the best word is intricate, a lot of steps. Oh, I'm gonna cook myself this type of thing for lunch today. No, I would just be like, okay, am I making chicken and rice? Am I making steak and rice? Am I making ground beef and rice? Am I making, or am I gonna switch it up, and am I gonna have, this with this and rice and that and rice? It was always rice. I never did noodles, because you guys don't know how I am with noodles. And rice is much easier to measure and make sure that you're eating that exact amount. And so that's essentially what I did for a couple years. And then I decided to get all this surgery done, and now I'm really in a position where I could get back into cooking more intricate things. And Hell's Kitchen kind of gave me a little bit of desire to do that because they make like lobster risotto. And I know they took it off the menu, but I would like to try a lobster risotto. And I thought about doing it for this particular video, but I was like, you know what? We're gonna do the Krabby Patty Meal. I'm not gonna overthink it, and I'm just gonna talk about whatever has been going on in my life. And I think you guys, I definitely need to do one of these types of videos where I'm just like rambling on about random things, different stuff I'm into, what's going on with me, health update, because this is the type of video that really attracted people to my channel. But at the same time, probably every 3 or 4 videos, I need to do a video like this just to keep you guys in the loop. But I am going to be doing more movie rambles. Don't worry about that. I am going to be doing a lot more. I'm going to be doing anime rambles. I'm watching currently, if you're interested. All my anime viewers, if you're watching. I am not giving up on anime. It's just when I make anime-centered videos, it doesn't appeal to my main crux of people who I feel like I have a very divided, like right in the middle. I love people, or people who love that I watch, and people who want to see me do more anime stuff. And then there's people, it's like it feels straight down the middle, because I've looked at my analytics and stuff. Because the anime videos, they don't do bad. When I have anime in the title, it's just like, I feel like some regular viewers are less poised to watch those types of videos because they're like, oh, well, he's not talking about something. Because I know with me, if I'm going to click on a person's video, well, I don't really want to click on it if what they're talking about I have no interest in. So I am going to be doing more rambles of anime rambles. I'm watching Ragna Crimson. I'm going to be getting caught up on Tower of God because I forgot about it for a couple of months. I'm going to be getting caught up on, I'm going to start watching One Piece. And there's a few other ones. I don't want to mention them until I've actually started watching them, but there's a few others on my list that I'm going to start watching. All of the Studio Ghibli films seem to be on Max. So I'm thinking, and I'm going to, because I need to utilize my Max subscription. It's through my phone plan, so it's not like I'm wasting money or anything, but I need to utilize that. And I'm thinking, I think I can watch a lot of the Studio Ghibli movies, and that can tie it into my movie reviews as well. But if there's any type of movie you want me to review, definitely let me know in the comments section below, and I will take a look at that and definitely try and review it. If it's something that I think I can talk about, I want to still, I know it's Halloween is over. Also, let me know how your guys' Halloweens went, because mine was just really chill. But I still want to review horror films. So if you guys still want me to watch horror films, keep requesting them. And the ones I think that I can watch that I'll like and I'll do those. I don't know if I'm really into slashers that much. I did my Scream review, and I'll reiterate a little bit of my opinion. Scream was a cool movie. Like, it was okay, but I don't know if I'm really into slashers. I know that Scream is kind of like it's kind of a parody. I don't know if it parodies itself or if I'm just thinking of Scary Movie, but I don't know if I'm really into the slasher genre. I think I'm into, if it's something that's going to scare me, I think it needs to be like psychological horror. Something that's like a psychological thriller, something that messes with your brain. That kind of thing. That would scare the crap out of me. Like the Babadook and things like that, but like jump scares and all that. Stuff like that is scary, but they always get you because they're loud noises and they're cuts to something that's meant to freak you out. So, not a big deal in my opinion. But anyways, yeah. So I'm always looking at movies to try and like really watch and review. And like I said, I always put my letterbox in the description if you guys want to check that out, because I always I'm always updating my letterbox because I want to remember, this is what I gave this movie, this is what I thought about this movie. I remember this movie because I watched so many movies. I wish I had made a letterbox and updated it when I was watching movies back in like May. From May to August, from May to August, I watched so many movies. I think I watched like 60 movies that I'd never seen before. And I didn't update them to my letterbox because I wasn't aware of Letterboxd. I didn't know that was a thing. I also need to do my anime list since I'm a weeb. I'm just accepting the title now, so that's something I need to do. But let me get this out of my face. But alright guys, I think that's the end of the video. I've been forgetting to do that, so I'm just glad to do that. Anyways, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching all of my content. I love you all. But yeah, if there's anything that you want to see from me, just let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, and please like and subscribe and comment and all those good things. And I will see you guys in the next video.